Welcome. I'm Roberta Klein, President of Read With Me Volunteer Programs.
Manuela Silvestre, Director of Elementary for Coachella Valley Unified School District.
Our mission is to assist local children from low-income, limited English-speaking environments develop to their fullest potential by learning to read, comprehend, and speak English, while understanding that people care about them as individuals.
Our purpose: to instill a love for reading, to support early literacy skills to prevent future illiteracy, build relationships with our students to motivate and connect with them, to model what good readers do, to empower our youth.
Hello, my name is Gracie Gutierrez, and I am the Director of English Learner Services with Coachella Valley Unified School District. There are a number of different ways that a volunteer can work with students. Some teachers have their volunteers work with students individually, while others have them work with students in small groups. All of the activities that will be described next can be done in both settings. Leveled reading. Every grade has books that are leveled. However, not all students read at that grade level. Leveled books at the student's instructional level can be used to target each student. Students can be grouped by similar or like levels. Teachers are generally the ones that create the leveled groups. Teachers determine whether students read their leveled books in small groups or individually with one-on-one volunteer support. Start by identifying the title and author of the book that you are given, as well as the type of book the students will be reading. Are they going to read a fictional book or nonfiction? Is it a fairy tale or perhaps a comic book? Engage the students in what we call a book walk, which means you go page by page having discussions about what is noted on the pictures in the pages. You can make predictions about what the book may be about and even point out words which may appear to be more on the difficult side for students to read. Students can read the story at the same time in a choral reading fashion, or they can read one page or section at a time by taking turns. The story may be paused as needed for students to engage in conversations about what they are reading. This allows you as the volunteer to check for understanding. Upon finishing the story, you may have the students write a quick summary of the story or answer questions about it. When having discussions with your students, always encourage them to respond in complete sentences, as this supports them with developing their oral language skills. Fluency practice. We want our students to sound natural when they read, just as if they were talking. In order to get to that level of reading, our students need constant practice with their reading so they can build their fluency. Fluency reading can be done one-on-one or with a small group. If done with a small group, then students read the same passage or story. Beginning readers may benefit from hearing the passage read and repeating it themselves afterwards. Better readers can work on prosody, which is intonation, expression, and reading with feeling. If fluency is your focus, it is important to give students multiple opportunities to read the same text so they can improve their reading rate. Phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is the ability to focus on and manipulate individual sounds in words. The individual sounds are known as phonemes. The stronger a student's phonemic awareness is, the greater chance there is to make a successful transition to reading written words. An example of how phonemic awareness can be practiced with students is to sound the individual sounds or phonemes of a given word and allow the students to put the sounds together to form the word. For example, the volunteer may say j, a, g, and the student would say jug. The opposite could also take place, where the volunteer states the word jug, and then the student breaks up the word into individual phonemes to say j, a, g. There are additional phonemic awareness activities that may be shared with you by the classroom teacher. Spelling word sorts. Many of the spelling words that students are assigned contain a focused spelling pattern that is being taught during phonics instruction, especially in the lower elementary grades. A great activity is to have the students identify the patterns in their words and then sort the words accordingly. Additional words that follow that same pattern can also be added. Once the words have been sorted, they can be read in a quick fashion to provide students an opportunity to build recognition of word patterns that they can identify in words in future texts. High-frequency words. Unlike spelling words that have patterns and can be read phonetically, high-frequency words follow no rules, and the only way for them to be read is for students to memorize them. Students begin the process of learning their high-frequency words through repeated exposure of them. The words can be read off of a list or by having them written on flashcards and read one at a time. Each grade has a recommended list of high-frequency words that students must master. Literature circles. Literature circles are a perfect opportunity to build up our students' interest in reading for pleasure. These reading gatherings encourage students to analyze the reading and ponder and respond to prompts provided. Examples of what can be done include connections being made to the students' own experiences, endings being altered, or letters being written to one of the characters. The responses can be done orally to build language or in writing in a type of reading journal. Thank you for your participation in our Read With Me volunteer program.
Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. You make a difference.